No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, and for over 20 years, Parkside Economic Development Corporation has served Leimert Park and surrounding communities, empowering tomorrow's leaders and changing lives. Parkside EDC has awarded over $400,000 in college scholarships while sharing economic principles of the Big Five of money with students and their families. Parkside EDC partners with organizations like the Brotherhood Crusade to assure our youth have the financial acumen to succeed. Parkside EDC provides families and businesses with financial insights, offering free online, on-site, and on-air B-Warp presentations. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Programs helps our community acquire, sustain, and pass down legacy wealth. High school seniors can apply for this year's scholarship awards at parksideedc.org. Scholarships will be awarded at Parkside EDC's Gospel/Jazz Brunch on Sunday, April the 27th. For details, tickets, or donations, please visit parksideedc.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. I get better every take, goddamn, you ain't know. Yo, look. Crazy how I'm still getting better, huh? No emotion, just denim tears on my sweater, huh? Feel like I might be the last real ever, huh? Been a whole year, niggas still playing catch up, still give zero effort, huh? Yeah. You still ain't get the lesson, huh? You on your ass letting life pass, tricking off the blessing, huh? Everything you missed in your adolescence, you can buy the fake image, that don't mean they respect it, huh? Yeah. Big hopes, big dreams. Make 100 M's off of 16. Full circle, we the fam, never switch teams. Boss be the man that the kids need. It ain't no accident, we planned out to touch everything that we got. Learned everything I am from everything that I'm not. The crown in my city, don't care where you niggas drop. You giving what you handed, inherited nigga spots. I told them it was time, they stared and nigga watch. Keep your distance round me, if you square, stay in your box. I'm good in every hood, I'm standing on any block. About to kick the door down, y'all swearing this was locked. Hey, not, nigga. And that's on me, yeah, we got it on lock. Yeah.
Miles Low music. I love that, Miles.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Wait, imagine that.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. That's the album.
Imagine that. It's EP available everywhere you get music at. All your streaming sites, your Spotify's, your Apple Music, your Tidals, your YouTubes. Or, as I said, D2C, direct to consumer. Get the art from the artist, even.biz, Bandcamp. Yeah. Miles Low Music, Instagram, YouTube, website, mileslowmusic.com. Tap in. I love it. Congrats. And, Miles got bars. We knew that. Okay, Fahima from Washington, D.C., good morning.
Abadagani and K. Pasa, Dominique, I'm going to be brief. I sent you an article by Denise Amos that was in Cali Matters. That being said,
yeah, I saw it. I read that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bill Assaley went on record saying, one, he didn't support cash reparations, and he was only in support of school choice and empowerment zone. It is my understanding the other bill seeks to quantify the extent of the harm and assess the repair. So I'm not one to inject myself into the affairs of California. I'm simply making an observation. I don't understand why they would support a bill, be in favor of, this man is he was a disruptor. He's gone, okay? But he was not supporting cash reparations. He was supporting school choice.
Right, which are standard Republican talking points. I mean, basically, it was like a Trojan. It seems to be like a Trojan horse. I'll call it reparations, but what I really mean, because I saw him bragging about that on Twitter, what I really mean is school vouchers and empowerment zones.
Yeah, so I don't understand why they don't want to support legislation that is going to quantify the extent of the harm and repair. I mean, I don't get it.
Well, I mean, to your point, there's a lot of other politics. I don't blame people for being angry, for feeling disillusioned and distrust towards the Legislative Black Caucus after what happened August 31st. And I think that he stepped in and tried to exploit a situation and, basically tried to pimp us. I mean, that's not unusual. That's politics, right?
Well, Dominique, that's all I wanted to share my observation, because, again, I don't believe in injecting myself into the affairs of other states like so many people have.
Okay, well, two things about that. To me, if it's reparations, it's kind of all of our business as Black Americans, as Black people, because, Evanston impacts California. California impacts New York. Don't you think? I mean, don't you think our reparation struggles are connected?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying that I am giving my view and my perspective, but I'm not going to get on a plane and go to California and participate in a protest and attack and malign California legislatures. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I got you. And then the other thing is that you also sent me something about a interfaith reparations healing walk happening this summer here in California. That sounds interesting. Looks like they're planning to walk all up the coast.
Yeah, when Lucy Murphy sent that to me, I immediately forwarded it to you. And the organization's contact is in the information I sent to you.
Yeah, that's interesting. This is an effort from Incobra. Looks like they're going to march from Joshua Tree to Sacramento, which is a long march. It's a month-long march, 5 miles a day, 3 meals a day, through 10 cities to build support for reparations with faith leaders. So that sounds like something that will at least raise awareness. It's June 6th through July 5th. So there you have it. I won't be marching. I'll be in the motherland, but...
Previous guest did say she was looking for God to move on this, so the fasting and praying may make it happen.
There you go. And all hands on deck, right? I mean, all powers on deck. So... I appreciate you, Fahima. I know this reparations conversation is not new to you. You've been having it for decades.
Yeah, and so I'm just observing the various jurisdictions. This administration Congress has actually challenged the reparations effort here for this task force in D.C. So you might want to have Nkechi Taifa come and share that at some point.
Have her come back, yeah. No, that's a great point. And yet, Cory Booker and Ayanna Pressley still introduced H.R. 40 again. So there is some courage. I also think the California Legislative Black Caucus does deserve some credit, even if they are afraid. They have they've introduced a package of reparatory bills, whether you love them or hate them. During this administration, when people are even scared to say D, E, and I in the same sentence, that requires a certain amount of boldness, and I do appreciate that. Fahima, thank you for your call.
Thank you.
Speaking of this administration, there are demonstrations happening all across the country tomorrow, including one in L.A. from 4 to 8 at Pershing Square. 500,000 people apparently have already RSVP'd to march. And there's folks meeting up at the Long Beach Metro and coming to downtown L.A. The 4 p.m. will march from Pershing Square to City Hall. At City Hall, there'll be a rally. These are demonstrations against the Trump agenda, mass mobilization. They say, message to the world, we do not consent to the destruction of our government and our economy for the benefit of Trump and his billionaire allies. Alongside Americans across the country are marching, rallying, and protesting to demand to stop the chaos and build an opposition movement against the looting of our country. Let's go to Charles calling us from L.A. Hi, Charles.
Hello?
Hi, you're on the radio.
Hey, this is Charles from African Focus, Charles Bracey.
Oh, hi, Charles Bracey. How are you?
I'm fine. I tried to get a hold of you the other day. Wednesday was April 2nd, Marvin Gaye's birthday, and it was also my 80th birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Bracey. Now, Mr. Bracey went with us to Africa, and so you say you're going to keep on going. You're going to keep on going, and I hope you had a wonderful 80th celebration.
Yes, I did, and yesterday was Floyd Sims' birthday. That's April Sims' mom.
Okay, well, everybody doesn't know who April Sims and Floyd Sims are, but those are longtime Angelinos, and happy birthday to them as well. You had a lot of birthdays this week, huh?
Yeah, and April's mother and dad were the ones that opened Simply Wholesome 41 years ago.
Right, that built that, yeah. And
I was there for the opening day because our families go back like 65 years or so.
Well, you just turned 80, Charles. Do you think that, Mr. Bracey, I should say, do you think that reparations has a chance? How do you see it? Because I'm surely you've seen the conversation come a long way over the years.
Reparations is going to pass. We just got to keep fighting, See, they want us to let down, and we never let down. Everything that we had to do, we had to fight for. People, have lost their jobs, they lost their lives in the civil rights movement and everything that leads up to reparations. And they've taken so much land from us and other valuable sources. So we just have to keep fighting. You can't have a negative attitude.
Mr. Bracey is 80, but Mr. Bracey don't act like he's 80. Mr. Bracey be on the move mentally, physically, and emotionally, and I appreciate that. You know what else, to your point, today is the anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This is the anniversary of his assassination, and we're going to be speaking with the scholar next hour, next half hour, bottom of the hour, who can give us some perspective and historical insight into the life and death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But to your point, we fight, and some, like Malcolm X, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., have had to make the ultimate sacrifice for our progress.
That's correct. One other thing real quick, because I know you have a lot of other people that want to get in and talk to you. April is Autism Month. People who have autism.
I did not know that.
And my wife, Florence, she's an advocate for autism.
Yes.
And she also knows Reverend Gerald. They were going to the same church. So Florence don't even know that I'm on the phone talking to you, but, if you get a chance before the month's over, if you could let her talk for a couple of minutes on autism, we would really, I would really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But I love KBLA, and I love my African focus. And matter of fact, my son-in-law's birthday, he's from Africa, and his birthday was April 2nd also.
Wow, amazing. Apparently today is also Maya Angelou's birthday, so a lot of celebrations, but also a day, a mournful day, as it was in 1968 on this day that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. So, we're always going to hold the space. We're always going to remind ourselves of our history, no matter how many museums, history departments, and DEI programs they dismantled. We have our own griots, our own community, and our own way of keeping our history alive, vibrant, and never forgetting. Meantime, happy birthday to you, Mr. Bracey. You are a gift to the world.
Thank you. Thank Miles. Thank Tavis. And KBLA will always be in my heart. And I tell everyone about KBLA every time I can. And I've been listening to you guys ever since you got on the air. God bless you. Have a beautiful weekend.
And you as well. Continuing our conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580. Before the fire, Altadena was a real-life Wakanda. A thriving black oasis just 15 miles from downtown Los Angeles. 80% black residents were homeowners, building intergenerational wealth against the odds. It was a hub of black-owned businesses, churches, and cultural institutions. It stood as a symbol of black resilience and economic independence. Then, in a matter of hours, it was gone. The fire tore through homes, swallowed businesses, and left behind a painful void. But was it just an unstoppable act of nature, or was negligence involved? Did officials ignore early warning signs? Were the response efforts delayed or insufficient? What role, if any, did corporate or government failures play? Survivors are demanding answers. Don't miss our KBLA Talk 1580 Town Hall. The Eden Altadena Fire, 100 days and counting, on Wednesday, April 16th, 4 to 6 p.m. at the Robinson Park Recreation Center, 1081 North Fair Oaks in Pasadena. Join Dominique DiPrima, Nee Cordelai Corte, James Farr, Tavis Smiley, and a panel of survivors, community leaders, and experts as we commemorate Day 100 since the wildfires flared up, and we discuss where we go from here. It's KBLA's Eden Altadena Fire, 100 Days and Counting Town Hall, Wednesday, April 16th, 4 to 6 p.m. at the Robinson Park Recreation Center in Pasadena. Light refreshments to follow. Admission is free, but sign-up is required at our KBLA1580.com website. The first 100 attendees will receive a complimentary air purifier. This is a community call to action, brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and Quinn Emanuel Trial Lawyers. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Individual results may vary. Consult a doctor prior to use.
If you've struggled to lose weight in the past, this important message is for you because you could lose as much as 50 pounds or more with Zelfie. Zelfie makes it easy and affordable to get weight loss treatment 100% online. Zelfie providers can prescribe FDA-approved GLP-1 weight loss medications clinically shown to help people lose weight like Wegovy, Zepbound, and others. Plus, help get the medication covered by insurance so it's as little as $0 a month.
The doctors are super helpful, and the meds have been a game changer. It's the first program I've had success with.
Before Zelfie, I was unable to lose weight, even though I was eating healthy and exercising 6 days a week. Zelfie helped me not only lose weight, but I feel so much better.
Text GOAL to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie and see if weight loss medications like Wegovy or Zepbound are right for you. Don't wait. Text now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text GOAL to 200-300. That's GOAL to 200-300. GOAL to 200-300.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
And I do appreciate you. Truly, I do. 800-920-1580. That's why I always ask, let's keep the conversation going on social media at KBLA 1580. Excuse me, on every platform. And, of course, I'm there at DiPrima Radio, DiPrima, and then radio. Miles Low Music. I don't know if Benjamin has it. Our intern. I'm not sure what his socials are. But anyway, look, tap in. We talk all weekend. We talk all the time. Not to mention, we appreciate your support. If you would subscribe, like, follow. If you missed my heated conversation with Chris Lodgson, or you missed some of our other great shows, we've had some amazing guests on of late. You can find them all for free wherever you get your podcasts. If you missed the Living Foods chef Keidi Awadu yesterday. Amazing and inspiring show. I think I'm back on my good nutrition after listening to that. You can find them for free wherever you get your pods. You could also find them on YouTube. They live there. The convo with the police-free LAUSD folks. That's also up there with Christian Flag. They're all there. They're all free. And you can listen on the app, too. If you don't have the app, get the KBLA 1580 app, put it on your phone, listen to us anywhere you go. You can listen while you're protesting, listen while you're on vacation, and tell a friend. We appreciate it. That's how we stay strong in a moment of history that is possibly stacked against Black independent media. Let's go to Dwight calling us from the city of Compton. Good morning, Dwight.
Good morning, Dominique. Regardless of the Republican haters out there that's calling you, I'm telling you, you got much love all around the world from all of the KBLA family, Dominique. So
thank you.
Don't let that even sweat you. And Dominique, I just want to say thank you, Miles, Tavis, everyone there at KBLA for giving us inspiration and information through these hard times. And thank the hardworking postal workers out there. And Dominique, I just want to say, in honor of Dr. King, I am so glad that he told us to judge a person by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Because believe me, President Trump is showing us that the color of your skin have nothing to do with your qualifications for a job, your intelligence, or nothing else. Thank God Dr. King left us with those words so we can judge a person by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. And I wish Republicans would do that, because I'm surprised they have time to call you, Dominique. They should be calling the Supreme Court for giving Trump immunity for attacking the Capitol. They should be calling Donald Trump for sending the world into a recession with these tariffs.
Oh, my goodness. And the clap back to the tariffs, China now imposing 34% right out the gate on Canada's already putting tariffs on our energy, and we do export a lot of energy from there, and saying that if things continue to escalate, they will just shut it down altogether. And this is just the beginning, because lots of countries are saying, well, we're going to see. Meanwhile, speaking to your point, Dwight, about the content of our character and the so-called DEI hires versus let's get the white men back in charge. Can't remember who did that tweet. But apparently the Pentagon is going to investigate Pete Hegseth's use of Signal. The Pentagon now, everybody's sort of on this loyalist Donald Trump thing, so I don't expect anything too much to come out of it. But their acting inspector general is going to review Hegseth, what he disclosed on Signal and what he was what he was authorized or not authorized to do. Maybe that's a signal, no pun intended, that they're going to throw Mr. Hegseth under the bus as kind of a sacrificial lamb for some of the stumbles of this administration.
And Dominique, they just spreading our top secrets all over the world on Signal that you can go to the Apple store and get. I mean, it's just surprising. They got even time to call you, Dominique. If they call you, they should be thanking you for exposing the facts and not spreading these Fox News propaganda and lies all over the world. But Dominique, you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank KBLA for being the great radio station and keeping us inspired through these hard times. Thank you, Dominique.
Oh, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the love. Even Man Ray in the chat said that he says, I would be remiss if I did not apologize for that caller who dubiously claimed he was a black Republican. I can assure you Republicans are more erudite than what he displayed. And certainly, I mean, look, you guys know many times on A Talking Point Tuesday, I will bring a member of the GOP on this show to debate. Some yell, some are able to be erudite, as you so eloquently put it, Mr. Man Ray, but it doesn't matter. Like I started out saying at the beginning of this show, I don't have a problem with the human being. My issue is with the policy. I don't have a blanket problem with Republicans. The issue is with their goals and what they plan to do. Man Ray, asked if he was welcome in the chat as a black Republican. And my answer to that is yes, of course you're welcome as a black Republican. We welcome everybody around here. I have lots of guests who are Republicans. Tavis does too. It doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you. It simply means that you're welcome in, unlike other places where they seem to be afraid of the opposite opinions. We're not. We're data-driven. We're evidence-based. We're not afraid of your opposite opinion. Doesn't mean I won't push back hard. You know I will. I wouldn't be me if I didn't. But what it does mean is that you're always welcome here. Dwight, were you trying to get a word in? Were you trying to get a word in?
I'm just surprised that you know how the old song by the Williams Brothers said, "Sweep around your own front door first."
Yes,
they got
indeed.
all kind of dirt around their front door and trying to come over here and talk about some Democrats or something. Sweep around your own front door first. Thank you, Dominique.
All right. Thank you, Dwight. I appreciate the call and your longtime support of this station. We are going to go to Kwamel calling us from Gardena. Good morning, Kwamel.
Yeah, I had to check and see if there was amnesty like that at Bluetooth. Yeah, because I was I don't know if you had that story about the former South Korean president getting thrown in jail.
Yeah,
for declaring martial law.
An inspiring story, to be sure. It's sad that they seem to be more worried about their democracy than we are about ours.
And I kind of feel like the rest of the world is sending signals about that, like saying, okay, look, this is how you run a democracy. You know, South Korea, Canada, different places are really, starting to send messages about that, whereas we seem to be kind of rolling over for the racists and the bros and the oligarchs. And I'm just wondering, okay, I even asked one of those dudes that said, "Oh, Trump is not a dictator. Also, he's supposed to be president." One of these brothers that I will not call a certain bad name, but I just said, so you're okay with a dictator? He's like, no, I think the checks and balances are there, and I trust the checks and balances will work.
But that train has left the station, because Merrick Garland chose not to go after the president when he wasn't the president again. I mean, now he's got immunity and he's got the office. So, seems like armchair quarterbacking, Monday morning quarterbacking.
I mean, really, I just got to feel like the Republicans got to be just outright embarrassed at this point. And I really hope, as I said in chat earlier, America's learned this lesson. Last point I'll give, and then I'll take it off the air. Your take. Given that China's done currency manipulation before, I almost wonder if Trump, not that I would want him to even try, but I wonder if he even has ideas towards currency manipulation to save his own skin. And I'll take that comment off the air. Thank you for your time.
Ooh, I don't even know if I'm qualified to answer that question. We might have to get an economist on here. But certainly, he has some grand manipulations in mind, to be sure. Breaking news right now, Russell Brand charged with rape and sexual assault. The actor being charged by UK police. Just a wild news cycle. It seems like it never stops. It is a time when you really need a KBLA and when we really need you. So make sure you tap in with us on all the social media and tell a friend. You make us stronger, and as long as we're stronger, we can keep being here for you. We've got news, traffic, and sports. Then we're talking Dr. King when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Nasty weather continues to impact over 55 million people across the U.S. 7 are dead after tornadoes hit the South Central region. Tonight, there's still a tornado threat and potential catastrophic flooding in the Mid-South and Midwest. Former President Obama criticized the Trump administration for inhibiting free speech and has concerns about new tariffs. Obama spoke Thursday at Hamilton College in New York and warned against federal threats to universities and recent orders targeting law firms, calling them contrary to American values. The stock market had its worst day in nearly 5 years after President Trump announced global tariffs. The S&P 500 dropped nearly 5%, the Dow Jones fell 4%, and the Nasdaq plunged 6%. And Chance the Rapper will go to trial with his former manager, Pat Corcoran, over a $3 million unpaid commission lawsuit. A judge denied Chance's request to dismiss the case, which is based on a verbal agreement. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Step into springtime at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. From March 29th to April 20th, celebrate the season of transformation with a stroll through Butterfly Jungle. Discover a kaleidoscope of beauty with butterflies of every size, shape, and color. Learn more about this vibrant world at sdzsafaripark.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
A troubling loss for the Lakers last night at home to Golden State. Steph Curry scored 37 to lead Golden State to a 123-116 win. The Lakers dropped from 3rd to 4th in the Western Conference standings after tonight's home game against New Orleans. 4 of the Lakers' last 5 regular season games are on the road, including 2 at number 1 Oklahoma City. The Lakers are only 2 games away from falling out of the top 6 for an automatic spot in the playoffs. The Clippers are playing Dallas tonight at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The Clippers are only a half game behind Memphis and Minnesota to move into the 6th spot. It's game night for the UCLA women's basketball team. UCLA takes on Connecticut in the Final Four at Tampa. 6:30 tip-off on ESPN. It'll be interesting to see how the Bruins, the number one overall seed in the tournament, respond to being a 7.5-point underdog. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
I found out that one of my players was vaping. I brought him in and asked him, where did this stuff come from? He said, it's bigger than you think, coach. He had told me that almost everybody in my team was vaping. The next day, all the parents came in, and I said, hey, you as parents need to do your part. You guys need to figure out how, why, and when this stuff is happening, and we got to get it fixed.
Coach Sanchez and his team took vaping head-on. Learn how he and other Californians are beating big tobacco at undo.org.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-335-2299. That's 800-335-2299.
After producing an award-winning climate justice campaign in 2024, KBLA Talk 1580 has gone all in on its 2025 Climate Justice plus Black Health Initiative. April is Minority Health Month, and Urban Family Focus in partnership with Providence Health Systems presents The Heart of the Matter. Providence doctors and health equity officers will participate in informative and life-changing conversations on hypertension, health equity, behavioral health, and community engagement. Don't miss these empowering conversations on Urban Family Focus every Saturday in April at 7 and Sunday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sponsored by Providence, Southern California's largest and most comprehensive health care network. We've got a lot to talk about on KBLA Talk 1580. Download the KBLA 1580 app or log